Throughout my 7-year career shooting a broad range of photography and videography genres, I've bought, sold, borrowed, and rented out literally dozens of different lenses for the job. And to my surprise, I found myself gravitating towards just 2 lenses about 90% of the time, covering everything from creative portraits, weddings, events, corporate headshots, landscapes, and so much more. So in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly why these 2 lenses have become my go-to choices, how to best use them together, as well as provide budget-friendly alternatives and different lens options for those of you with specific needs or unique shooting requirements. Let's get into it. Now, when it comes to investing in your photography gear, prioritizing your lens choice is essential. In fact, the lens you choose often far outweighs the importance of your camera body when it comes to capturing stunning and professional images. But making the wrong decision can result in wasting thousands of dollars and ending up with a lens that neither meets your needs nor delivers the quality you desire. But fear not, because after years of refining my craft, I've narrowed down my essential kit to just 2 powerhouse prime lenses. These 2 lenses have been my faithful companions throughout countless shoots, consistently delivering top-notch results time and time again. Now, you might ask yourself, Justin, why only prime lenses and not more versatile zoom lenses? Well, more on that in a second, but first, let's uncover my first lens choice of recommendation, the 50mm f1.4 prime. And let me tell you, this thing is a workhorse, especially for any type of photography or videography involving human subjects. Personally, I've relied on this lens as my go-to for the majority of my fine art portraits, weddings of all shapes and sizes, live music shows, maternity shoots, both formal and informal events, couples engagement photos, corporate headshots, as well as to help capture special moments with friends and family. This lens has also proven to be exceptionally adaptive to applications outside of portrait or people-based genres. For example, food menu photography, beverage and product photography, landscapes, including low-light/nighttime landscapes, which this lens performs exceptionally well at. I use the 50mm to capture the majority of my YouTube video content, from talking head footage to intricate product demonstrations to supporting B-roll. I've even used the 50mm in conjunction with a wider angle lens, which I'll share towards the end of this video, in order to capture some unique and immersive hotel and travel content, helping to transport viewers right into the scene. And this immersion effect is largely due to the remarkable fact that the 50mm focal length most closely resembles the perspective of human vision. This helps to create images that feel much more authentic and comparable to how we actually see the world with our own eyes, resulting in images that feel much more relatable and realistic, helping the viewer feel as if they're stepping inside the photo to experience the scene for themselves. Beyond its adaptability to various shooting scenarios, a major standout feature of this lens has to be its super wide minimum aperture of f1.4, allowing for phenomenal background blur, creating depth-rich and highly three-dimensional images that pop against dreamy bokeh. Whether you're capturing a candid moment or a captivating posed portrait, the low f-stop of f1.4 paired with the 50mm focal length creates a stunning and cinematic perspective that never disappoints. In fact, the wide open aperture of f1.4 is actually one of the main reasons why I always recommend choosing a prime lens over a zoom, as it gives you so much more control over depth of field and provides incredible low light performance compared to the minimum aperture of f3.5 to 5.6 that you'll typically find in most zoom lenses. Prime lenses also tend to deliver much sharper images and generally produce higher quality images overall, especially when shooting at wider apertures. Prime lenses also tend to be more inexpensive, compact, and lightweight compared to zoom lenses, making them lighter on your back and lighter on your wallet. As renowned photographer Greg Williams often emphasizes, there's something special about using prime lenses and truly understanding and practicing with the distance at which you shoot your subject. Prime lenses with their fixed focal lengths encourage photographers to move around and physically engage with their surroundings to find the perfect composition, since they can't just simply zoom in and out. This effectively leads to more creative compositions and encourages you to think more about your framing, ultimately making you a better photographer. And speaking of making you a better photographer, if you truly wish to take your photography to the next level, then I highly recommend pairing the 50mm f1.4 with the second lens that I carry in my bag for the majority of my shoots, the 85mm f1.4 prime. This lens is nothing short of magic and very special for a number of reasons. First of all, the results it delivers are truly unique and some of the most cinematic and professional looking I've ever seen. With stunning bokeh combined with this lens's truly mesmerizing perspective, the 85mm is the perfect choice for capturing highly intimate and striking portraits, as well as captivating supplemental detail shots. When paired with the versatility of the 50mm lens, the unique imagery provided by the 85mm helps to enrich and enhance the overall mix of photos captured throughout your shoot in an incredible way. What truly sets this lens apart is its ability to create captivating 3D depth. And this is thanks to the smooth bokeh provided by the f1.4 aperture, coupled with the exceptional background compression from the 85mm focal length. The background compression, aka the enlargement and magnification of objects in the background, plays a pivotal role in crafting an incredible sense of immersion and separation in your images. When background elements appear larger and closer, they become more prominent, enhancing the viewer's perception of depth, space, and the relationship between different spatial layers. And when combined with the wide open aperture of f1.4, this lens creates a 3D depth effect that's truly next level. This focuses the viewer's attention right towards your main subject, beautifully isolating and framing them while fostering an intimate connection between the subject and the viewer. Another awesome advantage of the 85mm lens is that it is highly regarded as one of the sharpest lenses available. And when you combine its exceptional sharpness and clarity with its mesmerizing depth effects, you're not just creating eye-catching and striking images, you're also creating highly engaging images that hold your viewer's attention as they explore your photo. Another awesome yet underrated benefit of shooting at 85mm is the ability to maintain distance and discretion from your subject. With this focal length, you can keep a respectable distance from your subjects, avoiding the need to intrude in their personal space. This creates a more relaxed and less intrusive shooting environment, making it easier to capture candid and authentic photos. This makes the 85mm lens particularly well suited for situations such as weddings and street photography, where the goal is to capture genuine moments without drawing unwanted attention or interfering with the scene. So, up until now, my suggestions have been tailored towards full-frame sensor cameras, which is what I personally use. For APS-C or crop sensor cameras, it's important to consider how their focal length equivalence differs from full-frame cameras. For example, a 50mm lens will look more like a 75mm lens on a crop sensor camera, and an 85mm lens will look more like a 127mm lens. So, if you're using a crop sensor camera and want to achieve the same look as using a 50mm lens on a full-frame sensor, opting for a 35mm lens should do the trick. Similarly, if you're using a crop sensor camera and want to achieve the same look as using an 85mm lens on a full-frame sensor, then you'll want to pick up a nifty 50. Okay, let's shift gears now and explore some budget-friendly options for those of you working with tighter budget constraints. We'll also delve into alternative lenses catering to specific photography needs not yet covered by the previous two options. If you're looking for more affordable lenses with the same kind of versatility and excellent image quality offered by the 50mm and 85mm f1.4 primes, here's what I recommend. First of all, consider looking into prime lenses with the same focal length, but slightly narrower apertures, such as f1.8. While they may not provide the exact same wide aperture capabilities as their f1.4 counterparts, these lenses still provide outstanding performance at a more affordable price point. If you're looking to save even more while still getting great quality, brands like Tamron, Samyang, and Sigma are reputable third-party manufacturers known for offering high-quality 85mm and 50mm lenses at more affordable prices compared to some of the major camera manufacturers such as Sony or Canon. Another way to save on lenses is to consider buying used or refurbished. Many reputable sellers and manufacturers offer used lenses in excellent condition at lower prices compared to brand new ones. Now, if your budget limits you to just one lens and you expect your focus to be primarily portrait or people-based, with other genres such as landscapes being secondary, then I would highly encourage you to start with the 50mm f1.4 prime. If, however, you anticipate requiring a more wider field of view for genres of focus such as real estate photography, capturing architectural landmarks during travels, or simply for vlogging purposes, consider exploring ultra-wide zoom lenses such as the Sony 16-35mm, Canon 16-35mm, or Nikon 14-24mm. Okay, but what if you're completely uncertain about your photography journey and have no clue what your future shooting preferences might look like? Well, in this instance, I'd still recommend getting a 50mm prime. But if you're worried that a single focal length will not be enough to cover all of your potential photography needs, then opting for a broad range zoom lens like the Sony 24-70mm might just be your best bet for long-term versatility and peace of mind. Regardless of the choice that you make, sticking to just two main lenses is crucial for simplifying your gear setup and streamlining your decision-making during shoots, making them 10 times more efficient and enjoyable. It simplifies packing and reduces the mental energy wasted trying to figure out what gear to use, as well as constantly switching lenses during your shoot. This way you can focus more on creativity and capturing the perfect shot, which is ultimately what matters most. Let me know your two favorite lenses in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.